The movie, which is set to kickstart the fifth phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has released some spoilers in a recent update, and fans are giddy in anticipation of the movie set to be released on February 17, 2023. What superheroes will be featured in the movie? Why is there a buzz about Cassie's look in the movie art? What villain will the superheroes be facing in the movie? What should fans look forward to in the movie? Stay tuned. What superheroes will be featured in the movie? Well, from the title, we will be seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp in the new movie. Paul Rudd will be reprising his role as Ant-Man, and Evangeline Lilly will be coming back as the Wasp. Marvel has been introducing new superheroes in their Phase 4 movies. For instance, Shang-Chi and Xia Ling were introduced in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Yelena Belova was introduced in Black Widow, and Makkari was introduced in Eternals. So we expect a similar trend in the Phase 5 movies, because with the sad deaths of Iron Man and Black Widow in Avengers Endgame, the tragic loss of King T'Challa, and the retirement of Captain America in Endgame, new Avengers have to replace their position. With the upcoming ensemble Avengers movies in 2025, we pretty much expected the introduction of new superheroes. However, this superhero, introduced in the new Ant-Man movie, has been anticipated for a very long time. Scott Lang, who goes by the alias Ant-Man, has always had a bomb-ass relationship with his daughter Cassie Lang, and from the beginning of his transition into Ant-Man, she's always wanted to be his partner. Well, we might eventually get to fully see Cassie finally filling up that role. So what other characters will be featured in the movie? Alongside Scott Lang, Hope Pym and Cassie Lang, a recurring duo will also be present. That is Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. The new movie promises to be exciting, as it will be fun to watch. The family explore the quantum realm together. We didn't see much of Janet, Hope's mom, as she got stuck in the quantum realm most of her life, and even missed Hope growing up. We might get to see more of her character in the movie. This implies that we might be looking at two relationship bonds attempting to grow stronger, namely Scott and Cassie, as well as Janet and Hope. The actress Katherine Newton, who played the role of Cassie, testified that the 5-year absence affected Cassie's relationship with her father, and as a growing individual, she's making constant mistakes. Well, mistakes are normal as long as you can learn from them and not repeat them anymore. Why is there a buzz about Cassie's look in the movie art? In Marvel Comics, Cassie Lang is a superhero who goes by the alias Stature, and later on Stinger. So we kind of suspected right from the first Ant-Man movie that Cassie might soon be following the path of her comic self, and it seems like we might not have to wait so far, as Cassie is seen in a superhero costume in the art of the upcoming threequel. Mind you, not just any superhero costume, but the costume of her comic self, Stinger. In the comic, Cassie Lang rocks a purple and black costume as the Stinger, and we can see something similar to her costume in the art. She's seen wearing a purple and black costume along with the customary mask, similar of that of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Honestly, it's still shocking to see little Cassie all grown up. Fans are still as surprised as her father was in Endgame. With a grown-up Cassie, we expect to see more of Scott getting used to having an older daughter after being absent for about 5 years. It would be a miracle if their relationship suddenly transitioned to the tight bond they had in the previous Ant-Man movies. Marvel fans have witnessed the introduction of potential young Avengers like Yelena Belova, America Chavez, and Kate Bishop. Hence, this new movie will be the perfect introduction of the latest young Avenger. We are still unsure if Cassie will be using any of her comic code names, but judging from her costume, the safest bet might be her Stinger alias. What villain will the superheroes be facing in the movie? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania will be featuring Kang the Conqueror. Get that right, not He Who Remains, but the actual Kang. The poster depicts the 3 superheroes featured in the movie: Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Cassie Lang, with a huge Kang looming in the background. The same actor, Jonathan Majors, who played He Who Remains in the Loki series, is set to play the role of Kang the Conqueror. That's no surprise, as Kang the Conqueror and He Who Remains are basically alternate versions of each other and are still the same person, Nathaniel Richards. Although Kang does not possess superpowers, he is a force to be reckoned with. He is basically a man with a great mind. We've seen great minds become superheroes in Marvel's universe, so this is not a surprise. We can only imagine the terror Iron Man would cause if he was evil, or if the Hulk went full-blown evil, not just rogue. Judging from the upcoming Avenger ensemble movie Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, it's very doubtful that the time-traveling villain will be defeated in the upcoming threequel of the Ant-Man franchise, as he is still the main villain in that movie. In fact, he is the main villain of Phase 4, Phase 5, and even Phase 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Our first glimpse of him was in the Loki series, where he encountered his alternate self, He Who Remains. If you can remember, He Who Remains warned about the arrival of a villainous counterpart, and we will finally be meeting seeing him in the new Ant-Man movie. Looking at how long Kang the Conqueror is here to stay in the upcoming Marvel movies, we might be having another Thanos on our hands, perhaps a greater Thanos. In the Loki series, we were given a preview of how disastrous and how great of a threat Kang and his variants can be to the multiverse and not just one universe or planet, so we are looking at a badass multiverse villain. Hopefully, he gives us the same thrill as the Mad Titan. What should fans look forward to in the movie? At San Diego Comic-Con, some lucky fans had the opportunity to privately view the trailer of the upcoming movie, and descriptions of the trailer might give us a hint of what we should expect in the movie. The trailer shows Cassie getting sucked into the quantum realm while Scott and Hope try to save her. Given the time-related nature of Kang, it is very likely he was encountered in the quantum realm. We'll be seeing more of and possibly understanding the quantum realm in the movie. In the last part of the trailer, Kang was said to give a sick monologue about his view of the universe as a multiverse traveler. When you can see time the way I do, you can see everything. Everything you're holding on to, everything you call life. I know how it ends. This monologue really gives chills as it reminds fans of Thanos' iconic speech in Endgame when he came back from the past to discover that humans were trying to undo the damage made by his future self. Upon Ant-Man declaring himself as an Avenger, Kang gave a badass comment. "You're an Avenger? Have I killed you before?" That was just the height of it all, as Kang's Omega arrogance stressed how insignificant the Avengers were to him. He made the all-powerful Avengers seem so little with just 2 questions. His unfaltering arrogance implies that he must have encountered several Avengers in the past that he had ended up crushing. Probably so many in his multiverse travels that he can't even keep track of who was who. As much as fans are anticipating the arrival of the formidable foe, we fear what Avengers might get sacrificed in the process. With Thanos, we lost some of Earth's favorite Avengers such as Iron Man, Gamora, Vision, and Black Widow, as well as our all-time favorite narcissist Loki. You might want to take along a box of tissues to the movies, as you just can't tell if we might end up losing another cherished character. A very good reason fans just can't wait for the release of the movie is because it will be a stepping stone to the events that will happen in the future. It will be a fitting step to the Avengers ensemble movies Kang is set to dominate. Having been co-written by Jeff Loveness, one of the writers of the sci-fi black comedy series Rick and Morty, we expect to see depth and texture in the movie. And that marks the end of this video. What do you think of Cassie's costume? Are you looking forward to Cassie's superhero phase? What codename will Cassie go by? How much do you think Kang the Conqueror will affect the Marvel Universe? Kindly tell us what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and bye.